6,000 years ago, someone designed a landing system. Not for planes, not for ships, but for something coming from the sky. The strange part? The map is still visible today. Ancient cities placed at exact angles. Distances measured with impossible precision. A flight corridor aligned to a single mountain. And according to the texts themselves, humans didn't build it. They called them the cities of the gods. According to ancient Sumerian texts, around 450,000 years ago, beings called the Nephilim arrived on Earth. But this wasn't some random visit. It was a carefully planned colonization mission, led by a commander named Enki. Picture this. Earth is in the middle of an ice age. Sea levels are 600 to 700 feet lower than today. A third of the planet is covered in ice. And somewhere in this frozen world, these visitors are looking for the perfect landing spot. They needed specific things: moderate climate, fresh water, rivers for transportation. And here's the kicker: abundant oil reserves for fuel and energy. After scanning the planet, they zeroed in on 3 river systems: the Nile, the Indus, and the Tigris-Euphrates in Mesopotamia. Mesopotamia won. Why? It had the richest oil fields on Earth, literally bubbling up to the surface. The Sumerians had 9 different words for various types of bitumen. 9. The ancient Egyptians had only 2. Enki splashed down in the Arabian Sea and made his way to southern Mesopotamia, to the edge of the marshlands. There, he established Earth's first extraterrestrial outpost. They called it Eridu, which literally means house built far away. And get this, the Persian word Orju still means camp today. This word root spread everywhere. Erde in German, earth in Middle English, Eretz in Hebrew. Our very word for earth comes from this first alien settlement. The texts describe Enki arriving when the land was flooded and marshy. His first tasks? Digging canals, clearing waterways, raising platforms above the water. Classic colonization engineering. And here's something fascinating. Enki stayed alone with his crew for 28,800 years before the second commander arrived. The Zodiac Ages actually confirmed this timeline. But here's where it gets absolutely mind-blowing. These 7 original cities of the gods weren't randomly placed. They formed a precise geometric pattern, a sophisticated flight corridor system, pointing directly to their main spaceport. Check out this navigation setup. Mount Ararat, a massive twin-peaked volcano, served as the primary visual landmark. Its 2 snow-covered peaks, rising over 17,000 feet, acted like giant reflectors visible from space. Positioned between 2 lakes, the main meridian ran straight through Ararat's center, bisecting the Euphrates River perfectly. Sippar, the spaceport, the city of the bird, was positioned at exactly 45 degrees from this Ararat meridian. Why 45 degrees? Because it created a perfect flight path avoiding the mountain ranges on both sides. Nippur, Mission Control Center, sat at the exact center of this geometric pattern. This was their bond heaven-earth, equipped with a tall communications tower, radar dishes, and a mysterious chamber called the Dir.Ga, a dark, crown-shaped room filled with star, charts, and celestial equipment. Sound familiar? It's basically ancient Houston control. The other cities, Bad Tabira, Shuruppak, Larsa, Larak, Lagash, all aligned on precise geometric lines, spaced exactly 6 Beru, about 37 miles apart. 2 outer boundary lines ran 6 degrees on each side of the central flight path. This wasn't urban planning. This was aerospace engineering. The ancient texts describe technology. That sounds eerily familiar. a raised eye that scans the land, surveillance systems, fearsome weapons, protecting the perimeter energy fields, the bird that swiftly moves, stationed in the center, helicopters, communication equipment connecting Earth teams with the IGI, those who turn and see, astronauts in orbit. The ziggurats, those famous stepped pyramids, weren't just temples. They were precision, engineered structures with specific purposes. 7 levels corresponding to the 7 settlements, each level set at calculated angles. 33, 51, 57, 63, 69, 75, and finally 90 degrees. Perfect cubes measuring exactly 15 gar on each side. Corners pointing to the 4 cardinal directions. Sides at exactly 45-degree angles. Topped with equipment rooms, flat courtyards for birds, and antenna towers. Ancient texts literally call them tubes for the divine spirit and source of heat. Even skeptical scholars admit ziggurats served as a link, both real and symbolic, between the gods in heaven and those on earth. Not humans, gods on earth. So what are we looking at here? According to these ancient texts, Earth's first cities were parts of an integrated spaceport system, designed with geometric precision visible from orbit. The entire Mesopotamian valley was essentially one giant target symbol, the same circle with cross symbol we still use today to mark targets. Mount Ararat served as the visual beacon. Sippar was the Cape Kennedy. Nippur was Houston Control. And the other cities? Navigational beacons arranged in a geometric pattern that guided spacecraft along a precise 45-degree approach corridor, safely between mountain ranges, to a landing site chosen for its abundant fuel supply. When ancient Mesopotamian kings rebuilt these structures, they insisted on following the eternal plan of the earth, the design from ancient times, and the writings from upper heaven. They weren't just following tradition. They were following aerospace blueprints. The question isn't whether this sounds impossible. The question is, why did ancient people create such precise geometric patterns that only make sense from the air? Why did they preserve measurements and angles with such obsessive accuracy? And why does their own mythology insist these weren't human achievements at all? Make of that what you will. But next time you see that circle with cross-target symbol, remember, it's 6,000 years old, and it might just mark the spot where humanity's story really began. What do you think? Ancient astronaut landing sites or incredible coincidence? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if this blew your mind, hit that subscribe button. We're just getting started with ancient mysteries.